Hello students, now we are here to discuss about the third part of biofertilizer, that is advantage or role of biofertilizers. So in that we discuss about first that biofertilizer provides all essential elements like nitrogen, potash, phosphorus, sulfur by directly supplying them or transferring them into a soluble form. That means out of that beneficial or major nutrients, some of the nutrient it's not easily available to the plants. So microorganism plays very important role or for the conversion of unavailable form of into a available one. And then that when that unavailable form of nutrients is transferred into a available one, then that plant get absorbed. In that way, here the major nutrient get available to the plants, and that when that major nutrients along with micronutrients is available to the plants, so ultimately the growth of the plant is increases along with its yield. The next one, they supply some important enzyme, hormones and antibiotics that enhance crop growth and crop yield. That means during the growth of the plants or during when we apply the biofertilizer around the roots, mostly in soil, so at that time during the growth of that microorganisms, for example azotobacter, azospirillum, rhizobium, during its multiplication of microorganism or growth of microorganism, it secretes different kinds of enzymes, hormones and different types of antibiotics. And that enzymes, hormones and antibiotics that which is required for the growth of crop. In case of that antibiotics which is secreted by the rhizobium or azotobacter, that antibiotics kills some of the soil borne pathogen, so it also having a beneficial effect. Next, some biofertilizer protect the plant against the diseases along with some desert or in desert condition or in drought condition mostly. So that biofertilizers having beneficial role or important role as they protect the drought condition as well as they protect the worst condition. Next, biofertilizers are natural product carrying living microorganism which is derived from the rhizosphere or surrounding soil, from surrounding soil or soil which is surrounded to the roots. From that region, that microorganism or that biofertilizers are isolated. For example, rhizobium, azotobacter, PSP, azospirillum, that are separated or isolated from the rhizospheric region and multiplied in laboratory. So there is no any use of chemical or there is no any harmful effect of such a biofertilizer on the crop. So that is very useful. So when we use such a product, so fertility of the soil is increases. Next, soil-borne cellulose or lignin decomposing inoculants could produce high quality of compost. For example, this cellulolytic microorganism decompose the substances, complex substances, and convert into a simple one. And in that way, that increase the high quality compost or content of high quality compost. Next one, if you use biofertilizers, so ultimately your yield will be increased up to 10 to 20%. The cost of biofertilizer is very less, so it having high cost benefit ratio without risk. Next one, some biofertilizers may act as biopesticides. For example, Metarhizium anisopili, next one Pacillomycetes. So such a biofertilizer is used as a, or they plays very important role for the control of different types of diseases as well as pest or insect. So it having a beneficial effect. Next one, beside their effect on current crop, the use of biofertilizers also leaves the considerable beneficial residual effect on the soil fertility. So that means if we use the biofertilizers, so there is no any harmful residual effect as we use the chemical. So as we know that if we use the chemical or apply the chemical on the crop, so after the effect of such a chemical, whatever the residues is remaining in soil or in plant, so it having harmful effect. So in case of that biofertilizer, no such a harmful effect is found. Next one, that biofertilizer, it enhance the growth promoting substances. That means during the growth of rhizobium or azotobacter or then PSB, so during the growth of such a beneficial microorganism, it secrete the growth promoting substances like vitamin B complex, IAA, IBA and GA. So such a growth promoting hormones which is secreted by the microorganism, so that growth promoting hormones which is useful for the growth of plants. The next one, as we know that biofertilizer is cheaper, they do not cause any kind of soil, water or air pollution, so it is pollution free and it is recycled. That means when we apply the biofertilizer, after that again we have to re-isolate the biofertilizer from the soil and which is used for the further process. Next one, that biofertilizer increases the fertility and the productivity of soil, so it having a beneficial effect. Next one, if you take the biofertilizer that is BGA, it fixes the nitrogen in rice crop as we discussed in previous slide. So it increased or it fixed the nitrogen up to 20 to 30%. So the requirement of nitrogen is less when we use such a kind of BJ or Azolla kind of biofertilizer. Next one is it helps to fix the nitrogen near about 20 to 200 kg per hectare per year of nitrogen. Rhizobium fix 50 to 100 kg of nitrogen per hectare per year. Azotobacter azospirillum fix 20 to 40 kg of nitrogen per hectare per year. That Azolla fix 40 to 80 kg of nitrogen per hectare per year, and that BGA fix about 30 to 40 kg of nitrogen per hectare per year. That means different biofertilizer fix the nitrogen in different crops. So these are the advantages of or important role of biofertilizers. So if any difficulty in that advantages, so it is an you should ask on my personal number. Thank you.